Howdy everyone, it's your buddy BP, and I'm here today to review the Hawkmoon. The Hawkmoon is an exotic hand cannon first introduced to Destiny at launch. In year 1, Hawkmoon was unavailable on the Xbox due to it being a PlayStation exclusive. This unique arrangement also meant that it couldn't be sold by Zor, further increasing its scarcity. This was particularly torturous for Destiny PvP players on the PlayStation because the Hawkmoon had a reputation as being one of, if not the most lethal exotic weapon in the Crucible, which also made it one of the most sought after weapons in the game. For year 2, the Hawkmoon has been introduced to the Xbox platform, significantly increasing its availability, but frequent patches and hotfixes to both it and hand cannons in general has led to a decline in its lethality. Hand cannons, or at least exotic hand cannons, are making a comeback in the Destiny PvP scene, which begs the question, how well has the Hawkmoon held up in year 2? First, let's take a closer look at the Hawkmoon. A glance at its base stats suggests a hand cannon that is in the middle of the road for other hand cannon archetypes. Nothing about them seems to particularly stand out except for the range and reload speed, which are on the low side. The range on Hawkmoon used to be 20 points higher than it is now, but Bungie reduced it in patch 2.1. The first set of optional perks include Accurized Ballistics, Field Choke, and Aggressive Ballistics. Aggressive Ballistics will offer a slight increase to impact, but this will be done at the expense of range, which is low enough as it is. Personally, I prefer Accurized Ballistics for its better range, but honestly both are fair choices, and I would suggest trying out both for yourself to see which one best suits your playstyle. The first passive perk is Luck in the Chamber, which causes one random bullet in the magazine to deal 20% additional damage. This used to be 30%, but it too was decreased in patch 2.1. The next set of optional perks include Hammer Forged, Quick Draw, and Speed Reload. Considering the Hawkmoon's paltry range, I would strongly suggest Hammer Forged, especially if you're running Aggressive Ballistics as your other optional perk. Quick Draw, to me at least, is a perk better suited for special weapons rather than primaries, and Speed Reload isn't necessary either. The base reload speed for the Hawkmoon isn't exactly stellar, but if you're serious about increasing it, then you're better off using a set of gauntlets that can increase hand cannon reload speed and supplement the range with Hammer Forged instead. Hawkmoon's unique perk is Holding Aces, which causes 2 additional bullets in the magazine to deal an additional 20% damage, while also increasing the magazine size from 11 to 13. Much like the Luck in the Chamber perk, this was reduced from 30% in patch 2.1. Having the chance to deal bonus damage on a hand cannon is a strong part of what made Hawkmoon so terrifying in year 1. Hand cannons in general tend to deal high amounts of damage per shot, so giving one the chance to deal even more damage on top of that seems kinda overkill. When the damage bonus procs, the Hawkmoon can deal 100 points of damage or more to the head, creating the potential for 2-hit kills at optimal range. What's scarier is that in year 1 it was possible for all 3 damage bonuses to trigger on the same shot, which often resulted in 1-hit kills. It was rare when it happened, but the potential was there. In patch 2.0, Bungie fixed the Hawkmoon so the damage bonus can't stack more than twice on the same bullet, eliminating the threat of 1-hit kills. In PvE, the Hawkmoon is deadly inaccurate. Players who are skilled at landing consistent headshots will be able to effortlessly mow through waves of Tier 1 trash mobs, and against beefier Tier 2 enemies, the Hawkmoon's damage bonus will give the weapon that little extra oomph it needs to put them down. However, Hawkmoon and hand cannons in general tend to have small ammo reserve amounts, so don't be surprised if gratuitous use of the Hawkmoon results in you frequently scrambling for ammo. Furthermore, the Hawkmoon takes up an exotic slot, and as nice as it is, it's hard to recommend it over exotic weapons that are better built for the task of taking on PvE enemies, such as Bad Juju, Jade Rabbit, or Black Spindle. In PvP, however, the Hawkmoon shines. Though its wings have been clipped some in year 2, it's mostly for balancing related issues. Trust me, this thing was a nightmare to deal with in year 1. At close to medium ranges, the Hawkmoon hits other guardians like a truck, and when a damage bonus procs, it can often be enough to spare you an additional bullet, whereas any other ordinary hand cannon would need at least one more shot to put an opponent down. I normally don't use hand cannons in PvP, in fact they may be the one primary class I use the least in PvP, but when I do run a hand cannon in the Crucible, the Hawkmoon is often at the top of my list. When it comes to exotic hand cannons, the Hawkmoon feels a little underrepresented today in the PvP scene, and it's mostly overshadowed by the Last Word due to its fast time to kill, and Thorn, which can effortlessly pick off Guardians using burn damage. However, it's the Hawkmoon that I appreciate the most. Because its exotic perk is based more on random chance than anything else, it's less prone to being exploited by sweaty tryhard players, and its generous 13-shot magazine means you can easily land 2 or 3 kills before having to reload. The Last Word and Thorn users take notice. The Hawkmoon is the true king of exotic hand cannons. Aesthetically, the Hawkmoon is gorgeous. It truly looks exotic. Its silver-colored body is adorned with finely crafted feather decals. In addition to this, the Hawkmoon also has an eagle talon grafted to its handle, further contributing to its fierce bird of prey motif. The weapon's firing sound isn't particularly noteworthy, and the sights lack flair, but they're easy to read and free of clutter, and honestly, that's the most important part. In summary, the Hawkmoon is no longer the terror that it once was in Year 1, but even after the changes, it still remains one of the most effective and satisfying PvP exotic weapons to use. Its bonus damage will consistently offer you that little extra impact you need to put your opponents down, and its large magazine size will mitigate frequent reloads. Its gorgeous design also offers a weapon that is stylish and lethal. Sadly, the Hawkmoon of today is not quite as deadly as it was before, and the barrage of patches and hotfixes made to both it and hand cannons will likely mean that it will stay that way. Its range too has been nerfed in Year 2, and in addition to this, so has hand cannon ammo capacity, meaning you'll be frequently searching for primary ammo so you can stay in the game. Again, if you're going to run Hawkmoon, I strongly advise wearing armor that will boost your hand cannon ammo capacity. You should also consider running an armor to compensate for the Hawkmoon's sluggish reload speed. And that just about does it for my review of the Hawkmoon. What are your opinions on the Hawkmoon? Is it still good in Year 2? Do you think it's overrated? Let me know in the comments section. I try to respond to as many people as possible. Also, don't forget to spank that like button if you enjoyed the video or you found it helpful in any way. Your support means a lot to me. And as always, y'all be good to each other, and I will see you in the next video.